before I get into this video, I was just searching through Twitter and I come across this.
Karma. Karma.
No comment. Anyway, what did we have today? We had the best car on the grid by far. I said it in, look, you know, if you watch me, you watch my channel, I said it from winter testing. Ferrari has got the fastest car. Very simple. Now, remember what I always used to say? Remember when I always used to say that all these fake fans support Max Verstappen? They know nothing about Formula One. They just basically started watching Formula One a year ago. Half of them probably just started puberty. Actually, probably a majority of them. Now, all these fake Red Bull fans are coming out and saying, now, Max Verstappen has got a get-out clause in his contract. So now they're already reaching for the exit door. They don't care about Red Bull. They don't care about Red Bull. It's obvious they don't care about Red Bull. They just care about Max Verstappen, the fake fan, the fake champion, because he is a fake champion. Max Verstappen, what he needs to do, this is what Max Verstappen needs to do. He needs to look at himself in the mirror and he needs to take off that number one. That's a start. He needs to take off the number one, and then he needs to take the number one off his car, and then he needs to take off the gold boots, because this jerk off, yeah, jerk off, he ain't no champion. He ain't no champion. Charles Leclerc is a champion in the making. Charles Leclerc is. Gentleman. Class act. This is why Lewis Hamilton shook his hand after the race, and Lewis Hamilton put his hand up at the end of the race. Because Charles Leclerc is a class act. Very simple. Max Verstappen is a jerk off. Very simple. And all the badness that he done last season is coming back on him now. You remember when he had the DNF in his first race, and I come on my channel and I said to all my fans, all the people that watch me, that is not the first time Max Verstappen is going to break down. I said, this is just the beginning. That car that Max Verstappen's driving, that Red Bull car, the engine, just look, the evidence is there. 2 DNFs from Gasly. No, 2 DNFs from Tsunoda. DNF from Pierre Gasly. 2 DNFs from Max Verstappen. And another DNF from Sergio Perez. The evidence is there. There is a gremlin in that car. The power unit, the drivetrain, whatever it is. That engine is not winning no world title. I'll tell you that right now. The engine that they've got now ain't winning no world title. Max Verstappen will be lucky if he gets in the top 3. And then he's going to realise what karma is all about. I told everybody last season, karma is coming to him. And don't bother come on my channel and say to me that it wasn't Max Verstappen. You can't blame Max Verstappen. It's the FIA. It was all of them. Max Verstappen, Red Bull, Michael fucking Massey. All of them is the reason why he won that title, actually, fake title last season. Now, this is the evidence right now. All the karma is coming on to Max Verstappen. And I am glad. Love it. Ha, ha, ha. Now, Charles Leclerc. Hold on. Get my cold beverage. Sweet. Lovely. Lovely. Now, he's going to break down again. Mark my words. This jerk off, Max Verstappen, is going to break down again.
Karma.
He will break down again.
Karma.
And he break down again.
Karma.
Like I said, he'll be lucky to finish in the top 3. The top 3. Very simple. And now, I don't care if it upsets anybody. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything on this channel. I don't care if it upsets people. I do not care one little bit. I'm not no fake streamer. I'm not no fake YouTuber. I am 100% transparent to the people who follow me, who has been there from the beginning, and the people, the new subscribers that I'm getting, which I'm very, very, very happy about. But I will not change the way I do my videos. No. I want to go to bed at night knowing that I told 100% truth. Max Verstappen, everything is happening to him now. Desert and Red Bull, Christian Horner, the whole lot of them, the whole Red Bull team, everything what's happened to them now, they deserve everything what's coming to them. Everything. Because the way they won the fake title, yeah, fake, because he ain't no world champion. The way they won that title last year was disgrace. Simple. And I'm now Ferrari are taking that train straight down there, straight north, and Red Bull are nowhere near him, nowhere near. Who would ever thought the closest team to them are Mercedes, the way Mercedes is going now? Look, I come out on my channel 2 weeks ago and I said Mercedes are in the toilet. I come out and said it, that there's no way that Mercedes are going to get anywhere this season. I was wrong. Sure, I was wrong. I told you, if I'll say something and I'll get it wrong, I'll come out on my channel and I'll say that I was wrong. I was wrong. That Mercedes car is getting more stability. This Mercedes car is a much better race car, which I've said from the beginning anyway. The race car of Mercedes is absolutely amazing. Soon as they sort out that porpoising, which should be coming in Imola and Miami, then we're going to have a race on. It might be like the old days, Mercedes versus Ferrari. Because maybe Perez, depends if that engine, but Max Verstappen is basically out of the championship. Basically. There's no way that Max Verstappen is going to come back on Charles Leclerc. Not if Charles Leclerc doesn't get a DNF. Charles Leclerc could get a DNF in 2 weeks' time and he'll still be in front of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is not even in the top 4 of the driver's title. Not even in the top 4. 2 DNFs, more to come. Love it. Now, this is, you know what? This is the best, one of the best races I've seen in a long time. Really, seriously. McLaren as well. Hats up to McLaren. Coming back. Never thought that would happen. Good on McLaren. There you go. I'm in a good mood today, man. I'm in a good mood. I love my channel. I love my audience. I love my viewers. I love it. I love everything about my channel. I love people when they leave the positive comments. I love it. Because I knew this was going to happen. I told you at the back end of last season, karma is coming to Max Verstappen and Red Bull. I told you. I told you. You think he was going to get away with what he done last year? You think Red Bull was going to get away with that? Not going to happen. Now you're seeing it, and there's more to come as well, like I said. But Charles Leclerc, absolutely amazing. He deserved that win today. 100% Charles Leclerc deserved that win. This guy is a champion in the making. Champion. I'm not saying he's going to win the title this year. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to come out and say that Charles Leclerc is going to win the title this year, but it's looking good for him. Look at Charles Leclerc. Absolutely amazing. Look at him. That's one of my favourite titles of the calendar. The Australian one. It's like an old school 1950s steering wheel. This guy is an ambassador for F1. This guy's going to dominate F1 for the next few more years. This is a guy I'd want to represent my F1 brand. Not Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc. True gentleman. Class act. Much better driver than Max Verstappen. He knows how to manage his tyres. He doesn't just dive bomb. He knows exactly what he's doing. This guy is amazing. I love this guy. He's one of my favourite drivers today, Charles Leclerc. Well deserved. Class act. Absolutely amazing. He done everything right today. He controlled the pace. Max tried to come at him. Didn't work. Even after the safety car, Max done everything he could. Didn't work. Charles Leclerc had this race, boom, easy. Nice and easy. Very simple. He had a plan at the beginning, and he executed that plan today. There's nothing Max could have done. Max would have never won this race today. Even if Max wouldn't have got a DNF, he still wouldn't have got close to him. He tried his best, he still couldn't get close to him. Safety car, nowhere near. Charles Leclerc, that car, that Ferrari car, so they in winter testing, that Ferrari car is the fastest, not just on the corners, they're the fastest in the straight line speed, and they showed it today. That's it. Like Johnny Herbert said on Sky Sports yesterday and today, if you was a Formula 1 driver and you want to get a car what's going to be good at every track, an all-round package, Ferrari is the car to beat for now. Like I says, for now. Now, Martin Brundle now, which I like Martin Brundle. I know he's a very polarised character, a little bit like Alonso. I usually like the polarised characters. You know what? Let's give it up to Charles Leclerc. Well deserved. Now, Martin Brundle said today, he goes, at the end, you can see that Mercedes car is starting to improve. And he thinks when that car improves and gets to the potential that it's supposed to be at, and the sort of the porpoising wasn't there so much today. Like I said, the way they set that car up for racing, it's a much better racing car than a qualifying car. He said at the end of the race today, he said that the Mercedes car, once it gets sorted out in the next couple of races, Imola and Miami, when they start bringing the upgrades when they get back to Europe, that car is going to be up there at the front. And then we're going to see a 3-horse race. Not sure about the 3-horse race. I'm going with the 2-horse race. I think Perez now, even though Perez is in front of Max Verstappen, and if it was me, I'd push Perez. I'm not sure if Red Bull are going to do that, but if I was them, I'd push Perez. Max Verstappen is too far back. Perez is the man to try and lead Red Bull, which I don't think is going to happen. Try and lead Red Bull into a Drivers' Championship. Perez is the man in front. If they put all their resources behind Perez, maybe then, but can you trust the Honda engine? I can't. I can't trust the Honda engine. No chance. So, for me, it's a 2-horse race. If Mercedes get their stuff together, it's going to be like 2019, 2018, 2017, Mercedes versus Ferrari. And that's what most people want to see. The true racing fans want to see Ferrari versus the Mercedes. No one cares about the Red Bull. It's only these new fans that are just coming into Formula 1 who knows nothing about Formula 1. And they can't even spell Max. They can't even spell Max. They spell Max M-A-C. But, yeah. Charles Leclerc today deserved the win. A bit of bad luck for Lewis Hamilton. I've got to give it a bit of bad luck for Lewis Hamilton today. He was controlling the pace. He could have definitely got a podium today. Stand up a podium. But obviously the safety car, again, screwed him up. Just like it was in Jeddah. Again, the safety car come out because Sebastian Vettel's car broke down. Sebastian Vettel. Look, personally, in my opinion, I think this is his last season. I don't think look, there's no point of him carrying on. Right? He's got no motivation left in him. He's tried, look, The season started. He missed the first 2 races because of COVID. That wasn't his fault. He's come back. He crashed his car in practice, in qualifying, not in practice. And then in qualifying, he had a horrendous qualifying. And today, his car broke down. He brought out the safety car. That's what screwed up Lewis. But he's got no motivation left. I think after this season, I think he's going to go bye-bye. Because the car, he's never going to win a championship ever again. And the car he's driving, he's got nothing there. At least with Alonso, with his car, he's got a chance he can get podiums. But with Sebastian Vettel's car, he's got no chance of getting a podium. So I think after this season, this will be his last season. I think they won't get rid of him. They'll try and convince him to stay. But I think Sebastian Vettel is going to go home, back to his farm to work on his bikes and his cars, his classic cars. Because you know Sebastian Vettel loves his classic cars. That's what I'm saying. Mark my words, I think this is his last season. What now? Who stood up? Look, I'm gonna give it to him. Mick Schumacher. Today. Yeah, he was out pacing Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen had his whole old hard tyres on. No, Kevin Magnussen had new hard tyres on. And Mick Schumacher's tyres were like 10 laps older. And Mick Schumacher was still pulling in faster laps than Kevin Magnussen. So that's an improvement from 2 weeks ago. Mick Schumacher showing his pace. Do I think he's going to be a world champion? I don't. It's too early to say for Mick Schumacher. Will he be as good as his dad? No chance. There's not many drivers as good as his dad. But I'm not sure about a world champion. It's the jury's still out for that one. But I've got to admit it, he showed his pace today. Outpaced his teammate in older tyres. And that's a good thing. Now, let's get on to Carlos Sainz. Now, Carlos Sainz, his whole weekend, for me, he put the pressure on himself. That's just my opinion. He put the pressure on himself. He came into qualifying. The qualifying came, and when he went to do his fastest lap, the red light come on, stopped the session, compromised his lap, and when he went for another lap after, he ended up coming 9th, 7th or 9th, whatever. But he didn't have a good lap. Now, when the race starts, he didn't have a good start. He stalled on his car. If you notice on the wheel of the front of his car, they had anti-stall on. So basically, when it said lights out and away we go, there was anti-stall on his dashboard on his wheel. So as soon as that dashboard came anti-stall, there was his bad start straight away. Again, not his fault. His car just went into anti-stall. So Carlos Sainz was on the back foot from the beginning. He was on the back foot. Now, what he should have done is, look, it's easier for me to say sitting in front of my house on my video, doing my podcast. It's easier for me to say, but he's a professional racing driver. It's not like he's been in Formula 1 for 2 years. He's been in Formula 1 for a long time. And he should have just calmed down. He's in the better car. He's in the best car on the grid. Him and Charles. And he should have waited, bided his time, stuck on the hard tyres, and eventually get through the crowd. We saw a safety car today and a virtual safety car. If he would have just kept his head, and he was just too eager to try and pass people on the grid today. Carlos Sainz. It was like F1 2021. You get some jerk off and flipping F1 21, some stupid Mark geek on F1 2021, and he wants to dive bomb everybody in the first lap. That was Carlos Sainz today. He should have just let the process happen naturally. Eventually, he would have went through the crowd and he could have got good points for Ferrari today. They got decent points, but they could have got better points if he would have finished. What happened? He went wide onto the gravel. I don't think it was lap 4. He went wide, went into the gravel. His car got stuck. That was his race over. And that was a shame for Carlos Sainz. Now, Ferrari is their man to win. Look, in my opinion, even before this race started, Charles Leclerc is Ferrari's golden boy. Charles Leclerc is like what Schumacher was back in the day. Charles Leclerc has been ready to win the championship for Ferrari ever since he was 15 years of age. He's a Ferrari boy. Born, bred. He came in the Ferrari system, just like Jules Bianchi did. God rest his soul. Jules Bianchi's godfather, who died tragically, but he was in a coma. Jules Bianchi. He's going to win this title for Jules Bianchi. This is what he wants. This is what Charles Leclerc is thinking. And what I'm saying is he's been breaded to be a Ferrari driver. Simple. Carlos Sainz came into the Ferrari system in his 20s. He didn't come through the Ferrari system. So, Charles Leclerc is the golden boy. Now, at the beginning of the season, I still think Charles was the guy that was going to push more than Carlos Sainz. Now Carlos Sainz has made this mistake in Australia. This is all about Charles now. He has to help Charles win this championship. It's not about him and Charles having equal opportunity. No, this is all about Charles winning the title now. He has to do the favours, and hopefully next year he comes into next year, and then whatever, they got equal cards then, or equal rights. But this year is for Charles Leclerc, guaranteed. And if you don't agree with that, you don't know nothing about Formula One. Check your history, trust me. But Carlos Sainz had a horrendous weekend today, and for me, he put the pressure on himself. He'd have just relaxed and got on with it, but he never. That's just the way it is. Lewis Hamilton. Let's get on to Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, like I said, podium today. Safety car screwed him up. Russell took the win. Happy for Russell. At the end of the day, he couldn't challenge Russell at the end because the engineer said the engine was overheating and they had to keep the engine temperatures down. This is why we noticed during the race, and Ted called it as well. Ted spoke to the Mercedes, and the Mercedes was confirmed by Ted and Mercedes. That's the reason why they kept Lewis behind. Lewis was Lewis was gaining on Russell, and then he was pulling off. He was like a half a second behind him. Then he went down from a half a second to 2 seconds, and sometimes 3 seconds, on and off, because there was managing his temperatures on his engine. Lewis sounded a bit frustrated on the radio. Understand the safety car. That's happened to him two races in a row. But at the end of the day, George Russell got the win from got the podium for Mercedes. And Lewis Hamilton got 4th. Good points. There's only 9 points between him. It doesn't matter. Long season to go, but I'm happy for George Russell. First podium, proper podium, not like the one in Spa. This is the first podium that he deserved. Good on George Russell and good on Mercedes. Just get them upgrades, and then you can join the fight. They're getting there. So that's it, really, man. That was the race. That's it, man. 2 weeks time, we're going to Imola. The famous track Imola, where Ayrton Senna, the greatest of all time, tragically lost his life. And just some great words from Senna.
By being a racing driver, you are under risk all the time. And by being a racing driver means you are racing with other people. And if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver.
There you go. And that's where we go to Imola, one of Ferrari's tracks. And yeah, that's it, man. It's going to be a good race at Imola. Happy for Charles Leclerc. F1's going in the right place. I like the way all the cars can follow each other very closely now, which is good. The only thing with that, though, you're going to get a lot of DRS trains. And when you get DRS trains, 4 or 5 cars in front of each other, whatever, behind you, and there's a DRS train, there's not really a chance for overtaking. But that's just the way it is. It's still good to see cars follow closely. And that's what I want. And that's what we all want as fans. So this is Solo P1 signing out. Don't forget to hit the sub button. The follow. You can follow me on Twitch. I might not be streaming on Twitch for the next week or so because I'm going to get my internet sorted. I'm on a dongle at the moment, a EE dongle, because my internet's playing up. I'm going to have to get a new system. But I will be back soon. I'll still be active on social media. I'll still be active during certain streams. I'll be there. So just hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. I got other stuff coming up later on my channel. So that's it, man. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your Sunday. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Solo P1 signing out. Thank you very much, guys. See you later. See you 2 weeks in Imola. Bye.